back to The Big Picture. We have Meredith Garfalo with us again.
Hello.
Hey, Mare.
Hey, guys. I mean, what an exciting build up to the splashdown for Artemis II. And yesterday was so exciting because, I mean, you think about it, more than about 100 years ago, I think, was when we actually had the first telephone call that was issued. Yesterday, we had a telephone call in deep space from astronauts in 2 different places.
Yes.
It was phenomenal. And
I know. I got to
cool.
play this sound. Take a listen, guys.
Integrity, this is the International Space Station. How do you hear?
Hey, International Space Station and Jessica, we have you loud and clear. How about us?
We have you loud and clear as well, and we have BME TV up, so we have a view of you right now, and it is making us so excited. We feel like you're here with us, and this is really just making our entire week right now.
They're not alone up there.
You know, that is cool. I mean, how many times can you say you're talking astronaut to astronaut, but not on the same spacecraft?
I know. So cool. I forget that they're up there, to be completely honest.
I swear, maybe because I said it yesterday, now when I was driving to work again today, I looked at the moon and I'm like, wow, they're like on the trajectory around. I wish I had like a high-powered telescope to actually see their spacecraft coming back.
Yeah,
We're
so
expecting
cool.
splashdown Friday. Do we know what time about?
Yes, so I was checking in all the details. Just after 8 o'clock p.m. is when we are looking at seeing splashdown. So you can see they're getting ready. They're doing all
They
the
are
preps.
prepping.
Because it's a process, right? So first off, they have to finish the trajectory. They have to come back, and then the big question is going to be, how hard is it when they come in back into our atmosphere? So just to give you an idea, Orion's going to come into our atmosphere at about 25,000 miles per hour. I mean, you can just imagine how fast that is. Then you have heat, where that temperature could get up to thousands of degrees Fahrenheit. So you have the heat shield on there, which, you know, there has been some talks, you know, with the issues we had last time that, you know, we're going to see what happens with that. But it sounds like things were worked out. They're very confident that it's coming in. And then they slow down to the point where the parachutes come out. And then the parachutes will slowly bring them back down, and the capsule will splash in the water. And then the boat comes out, and it picks them up, and then it brings them back. And this is going to be off the coast of San Diego. So if you have family or friends there, that's where it's going to be happening. And then it's a joint NASA and U.S. Navy recovery team. They're going to bring them back, test them out, make sure they can react okay to gravity. And then they'll go back to Houston to Johnson Space Center and talk about the entire experience. It's
got
to
to
be so
be crazy
fun.
coming back down and like feeling the weight of gravity. Isn't it like
Well,
really hard to
if you
adjust to
remember
fast?
when we had the astronauts that were stuck up there for
Yes.
so long, how they were the imagery of when they were brought out of the capsule.
They were like,
because
"Help me."
they were put on gurneys
too.
basically because they
Yeah.
were like they haven't been used to gravity in so long. I mean, this is a much shorter period of time, but you still kind of lose that muscle memory almost.
Exactly. And you know, there have been studies that shown it does weaken your muscles. I mean, you see them, they're working out or they're running in microgravity when they're on the space station. I mean, they have to keep their muscles moving, their bodies moving. Otherwise, everything just sits there.
Right. Because gravity is basically what builds our muscles.
Exactly.
We're just constantly fighting against gravity.
I know. And so that's, gosh, I can only imagine. I'd love to be on the splash pad, you know, just to see what it would be like. But, you know,
Right.
this has been such a historic mission already.
Yeah, and the seat conditions are expected to be pretty all right for that day. Because, I mean,
Looks
you don't want
calm,
them
yes.
down in, like, heavy chop.
Oh, gosh. I mean, that would be rough because if you think about it, I mean, they're sitting in a capsule and then they're coming back. And then if there's waves, you know, just like a search and rescue effort by the Coast Guard, I mean, it has to be safe for them to come and get them. So, yeah, I've just been looking at some stats about here. I mean, it's been just, I don't know, it gets me every time. And we're lucky as a company, we're going to be doing a nationwide broadcast, a streaming broadcast here on 10 TV Plus. And we want you to join us there. You can watch it on Roku, Fire TV, Apple TV. You can download it on your phone or your TV, just the 10 TV app. And then you can watch. We'll have a link there for our streaming. We're going to have in-depth coverage, myself and 2 other meteorologists within the company. And we're going to walk you through everything. We're going to have interviews. We're going to recap everything. So very special coverage that I'm really excited and honored to be part of this year.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, Meredith, thank you so much for coming in.
Yes, guys. And
We'll talk more
weather-wise-
about it when it lands, right?
Yeah, we
Hopefully.
will. And let's pray for good weather
Yeah.
there and
Yeah.
for this warm up to start ASAP.
I'm ready for it.
There is
me
one
too.
more